Let's start with some of the key features of Movemate. Number one, the board has an inbuilt carrying handle. You're able to actually pick the board up like this, and that's because under the board there is a gap that creates a crevice that you can put your finger in and be able to easily lift up the board, put it along your body, and be able to move around with it. The second important feature of the board is the grid lines that are present on either end of the board that help you make sure that you're placing your feet in a balanced manner. So you have 3 lines on the right side and 3 lines on the left side. You have a wide stance, a mid stance, and a narrow stance. So the idea here is to put your foot on the same stance on either side so you have a balanced activation when you're standing on the board. The third important feature is the finishing that's on the board. So Movemate is finished with a natural friction finishing that's non-abrasive. What this means is that you can actually use it with socks, shoes, or barefoot. In this case, I'm going to get on the board, and as you can see, I'm not slipping as I'm moving on it. Movemate can be used with shoes, but our personal favorite and recommendation is to use it with socks or bare feet. It allows you to experience the dynamic movements afforded by the independent slats of the board, which gives a nice foot massage and helps to increase blood circulation and proprioceptive stimulation. Now, Movemate can be used on a variety of different flooring surfaces. It could be used on carpet, so softer surfaces. It could be used on hard surfaces like concrete, hardwood, laminate. The only difference is that with a softer surface, you have a little bit more limited range of motion, and with a harder surface, you have more freedom of motion with the board. The board's actually designed in a way that distributes the pressure on the floor to help prevent damage on these different types of flooring surfaces, but it is quite versatile. If you have flooring that is highly sensitive or scratch prone, we recommend using a protective mat. The last feature I want to go over is how to store the board. And that is basically the board has a lip that's created to hide the screws. So you can actually store the board on its side and it'll hold against the wall nicely like that. You can store it underneath a desk and you can fidget with it, or it can become a footrest, or you can actually just store it nearby in your workplace to make it easy to access.